Hello once again, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. 2 items today, all right? One pretty old and one pretty new. One kind of old school, very vintage. The other kind of new school, very non-vintage, although it could be used for vintage. One very much a mass-produced product, but it's still rare in these days, and one that is a custom art piece, 3D printed. So, why don't we start with the new item? All right, so I have really, if anybody's been watching the channel knows that I've started getting into the fun new hobby of 3D printing, or really painting items. And you know, I haven't done any 3D printing yet. I'm just gathering up information. I've been enjoying watching YouTube videos. Sorry for the noise. I've been watching YouTube videos all about beginner printing and what you got to watch out for, what problems come up. And boy, I'll tell you, you know, this is like, you can tell this came from another country. It is in fact a very overwhelming thing. I mean, I know this, the people who do the channels, I applaud you. You're all amazing, and you're really talented at what you're doing. And I look forward to someday even being able to get even a little bit of that. Okay, it's something I think I want to do. You know, at the next stage of my Star Wars fandom. You know, I've been a collector of all the toys for so long, and now those who watch the channel know that I'm kind of thinning things out a little bit, and I think I want to switch over to kind of more of a hobby in creating my own desired figures. Or desired playsets or things like that, or dioramas. And it just seems like with 3D printing, you really are creating a boundless, endless world of possibilities. So this one, I don't know if I have the name. Let me see if it's in here. Hold on. Let's take a look. This is not a figure, by the way. Here. All right, I don't. Well, let me kind of put it out here, and let me just kind of show it to you. All right, so obviously these are things that I'm going to need. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm going to kind of lower my screen here a little bit so you can just kind of see what I am doing. Now, obviously, this is something that's going to require a little bit of glue, a little bit of, I'm not exactly sure. Basically what this is, and again, I'm going to have to do some gluing. All right, it's not really going to fit on its own. But what this is a 3D printed custom stage and instruments, music stands, some speakers. I'm guessing that these are kind of like bases for the speakers. Get this out of the way. I guess like an instrument or maybe a tip box. Okay, we got a couple of other things. This came from, I guess it's like 3D Stuff LK dioramas, and it's essentially a bandstand for our, okay, I think I got this. It's a bandstand for our Figrin Dan and the modal nodes. So it's a cool kind of setup here. I will say this, I would have, you know, with these things it comes with, I'm not going to, you know, set this up right now. I need to kind of see what this all entails, you know, that kind of thing. I'm looking through all this and it's like, oh my goodness. So what I think I'm going to need to do is kind of look at the, you know, go back to the original site and just check out what this guy is doing, you know. It comes with, it looks like you got a few drinks here. It looks like you got some kind of a tray, or it might be some some kind of a title thing that you would put up top here. Okay, so you can kind of put the whole bandstand together. really cool stuff. I've really been enjoying the 3D print, but I will tell you in all honesty, this, I guess this is like a table that you would, oh, I see. All right, this is a table, like a little cocktail table, and you would put your drinks on it. Really cool idea, though. I mean, very easy to do, very easy to 3D print. I'm not exactly sure what this is, unless it's just supposed to be, yeah, this looks like maybe it's just supposed to be a tabletop. And it looks like these, this is nice because it kind of came painted, which is great. Got a couple of glasses here. Got your little drink glass here. I feel like I'm playing with Barbie. These are similar to the kind of stuff that came with Jabba's throne room. So, and then these, I'm not exactly sure what these are supposed to be. Are they made? Oh, actually, maybe they are. Okay, I'm guessing that they're probably where you can actually, if I can get this to fit in here. Yeah, it looks like this, like a one way that this will fit in, and a little bit of glue. I might have to do some sanding or filing. Yeah, and then you would just put that here. There we go. And then I guess I do the same thing with this one. It's a little crude. Okay, I've done a couple of 3D prints that I've purchased a couple of 3D prints and have very much been able to, they were very, very easy to glue together. But that's basically what you're looking at. And I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to be. I'm guessing a tip box. You can put a tip thing. Then you put your figure and Dan and modal nodes right here. So, whoops. Again, you got to glue it. You got to do a little bit of work to make sure it's good to go. I love it. I think it's a great piece. I think it's a great little diorama. It doesn't take up too much room. Okay, so I'm going to put it together at a later date. I will say, in all honesty, I was going to actually try to add my figure and Dan and modal nodes. Sadly, I haven't been able to find them. I am so sad. They are, I've been doing so much straightening and moving around, and I think I was going to put them out to this. I mean, I have like several. Get this back up here. I've got several figure and Dans, but I've only unboxed one, and that was the original mail away one. Because they really weren't much of a box. They just kind of came in a mailbox. So I would like to very much unbox that one, or use those. Sadly, I can't find them, and I know I just saw them recently, so I might have accidentally put them out for auction or for sale. But I will renege on that. I will bring them out and put some, because I didn't realize that somebody was doing this. You can find his stuff. I think it's like at stuff LK on eBay. So that's where I found it. And he has a whole bunch of stuff. And for those of you fans of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Florida or in California, he has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful set of things like Docking Bay 7's little eating area. And I think he's been trash cans. He's been putting some stuff together for if you want to have a little mini Galaxy's Edge diorama in your collection. So, all right, next up, we did the new thing. Now we're going to do the more vintagey thing. And I do mean vintagey. Okay, we are dealing with a tremendously vintage item. I'll be extra careful here. This was an auction. It's amazing to me, absolutely amazing to me, how much more money these are going for. Okay? This is a Return of the Jedi, somewhat damaged carded Snaggletooth. And you can see, just by looking at it, this is definitely vintage, but you can see that it has seen its better days. Now, I knew this going into it, okay? But I have been slowly trying to build up a collection of carded figures. Am I going to complete it? Probably not. Because with each passing year, it seems like the old vintage figures seems to go up and up and up and up. But I kind of like the being able to grab one of every, as many of every character, meaning one of every character. It doesn't matter if it's on a Jedi card, Empire card, Star Wars card. I don't think I own any Star Wars cards. I had one. I had a Stormtrooper on a Star Wars card years ago, and I traded it. I didn't even sell it. I traded it for a Jawa Sandcrawler in box. I mean, it was loose, but it came with the box. Working Jawa Sandcrawler. It was a Sears exclusive or JCPenney, I can't remember. And it was the one kind of playset / vehicle that I didn't have. I had loose Stormtroopers. I had plenty of them, but I don't know. I think I picked up the carded Stormtrooper on a Star Wars card. This is going back, guys, to the 90s. And I picked it up at an antique shop for maybe $50. And it was in decent condition, and I made the trade. I still am happy with the trade at the time. I know that the figure's probably gone up far more than the vehicle has, but I really wanted the vehicle. And I've had it on the channel. You can look back on some old episodes. But nowadays, the easiest cards to find are the Return of the Jedi cards. Empire Strikes Back, I have a few. Star Wars is rare. Power of the Force, a little bit, even sometimes a little harder than Star Wars, depending on the figure. So, but you can see here, the figure itself, pretty decent condition. Packaged. So figure, and it comes with his weapon. So he's graded pretty well, I think. The card, not so much. It looks like it's had it's seen some better days. You can see it's got a lot of wear and tear on the roundabout of it. I like how it was $4.97 originally on this price sticker. I actually like collecting the figures with a price sticker on it. That is what the figures were like. I am all about having figures that were, in the wild. People that, somehow got a mint condition. You did not go shopping in KB. You did not go shopping in Toys R Us. You did not go shopping in Barker's or Dunham's or all these local department stores, which is where we did our shopping, or Jamesway. Anybody remember these names? I mean, some of them might have only been one-off stores in my neck of the woods, but I remember them, and I remember you could buy Star Wars, but they generally looked like this, even hanging off the card. The worst culprit was KB Toy Hobby. It was definitely one you would find in the malls, and they would have figures on sale for 50 cents. This one actually went on sale. This was from a Dolgins, DOLGIN''S. Anybody remember that? There were no Dolgins near where I lived, but that was a really cool thing. So I absolutely love being able to build up a collection of these. I'm kind of thinking, it's so funny. As much as I love the new vintage collection stuff, I'm kind of feeling like I keep collecting the vintage collection figures on the card because they look like these. But I'm kind of feeling like, someday I'm probably going to sell them all off. If they ever end it, I might just sell the whole thing as one big collection and then, just keep my vintage loose figures, my vintage, carded figures. So we'll see. But again, not the best. So you can see it's warped. I'll put it in a case to kind of protect it, to get it from it being further. The front of it, while it's bent a little bit, it's not too bad. It's okay. It's just got a little fold here in the bottom. But again, I can't afford $500, $600, $700 figures, so I have to try to find them in this condition and pay less than $400 because that's just the way of it. But there it is, added to the collection. This is probably up to. I'm pretty good in terms of the figures. I think I'm maybe halfway, maybe 45 carded figures. Most of them on Jedi cards, but a couple of Power of the Force, a couple of Empire, and we'll just keep adding it. So that'll do it for this episode. Something old, something new. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out all the videos. Thank you to Red 5 Network for supporting the channel. Check out all of the Red 5 content, great Star Wars content, podcasts, and YouTube channels. Check out the Darth Tuba, at Darth Tuba on Instagram and Twitter. Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.